good time zone, and happy birthday to all of those around the world. Camera freaked out there for a second. Thanks for yesterday's lore stream. Glad you liked it, Vidix. Hopefully it was acceptable. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. There were two things specifically that I like. Even though they were in my notes, I completely just like blew over. In hindsight, would have obviously wanted to cover that, but otherwise pretty happy with how it went. Shorter than I thought, but that's how presentations usually go. They're always shorter than you expect them to be. Still 2 hours though. All in all, pretty successful, I think. And speaking, and related to infield, we've had the big like release live stream, I guess. Did not watch it. I was asleep. They chose an interesting time to air it, at least for my time zone. But I definitely will plan on watching that either later today or tomorrow. Yeah, they've released there's I think a live stream and then like a bunch of other videos they released with it and a bunch of information about what's happening with the launch of the game, none of which I've really looked at. There is, however, a website apparently for you can register your account and they'll put your account name onto some Oranginium, quote-unquote Oranginium plaque, and are going to launch it into space. Apparently. So that's cool. Although they'll collect our account names later, I guess, because obviously the game's not out yet, so we don't have account names. That'll be the second thing of mine that's in space. Believe it or not, I already have something else. I forget what it is, though. It might just be a name or something else like that. I'm officially an interstellar streamer. Not many can say that. Anyway, we've got Otto. Not to be confused with Otto. And I'm excited for this event. The trailer... I still haven't watched the live stream, mind you. But I did watch the trailers, and it's a vibe. I'm really into what's happening. I'm excited for seeing more Higashi, since we've not really seen much Higashi, except a small rustic village in the Monster Hunter collab. A flurry of whatever it was called. A flurry of a flurry to the flame. But now we're seeing modernizing big city Higashi and all its bubble era inspired glory. It's got some cyberpunk vibes. It's got some techwear vibes. A little bit, not so much. We'll see what NPCs look like. But it's good to be back. Arknights has been away from that for a long time. Of course, we got 2 6 stars. I think I'm pulling for both of them. I don't really know much about Haruka, but why not? Why not? I have Oranginium to spare. And of course, Hoshiguma. Finally getting some lore, some big lore. We've been there since day one. We know a little bit about her history. Obviously, she has archives and things like that. Her main backstory is that she is formally with, I guess it's the Yakuza now. I don't know if they said that originally, but she was like a former gangster, right? Then she went legit and became a cop. Oh. Swire the Elegant Wit is getting a specialized module for integrated strategies? Tell me more. Tell me more. Are we gonna be running Swire now? New trait. Integrated strategies. DP cost and consumption minus 30%. For each 1 DP consumed, the ally with the shortest redeployment will have the redeployment time reduced by 2 seconds. Improved talent gains 1 coin upon skill activation. While a skill is active, gains 1 coin each DP consumed by this unit's trait, and plus 4% attack. And integrated strategies increases the coin limit by 5, gains an additional coin and 2 attack stacks each DP consumed by this unit's trait, which increases to 3 attack stats each time DP is consumed. And for every ingot owned, attack stack limit +1 up to 60 times. She's going to be a heavy hitter. And if the DP cost consumption counts for her trait to keep her alive, she's gonna be really good. Times in Solzen. Probably doesn't. I think that it seems it's a flat 5 DP, so that probably does not interact, but still seems like a heavy hitter. Stacking Orangenium ingots for her attack, and that synergizes really well with stacking Orangenium ingots for attack speed. I'm in. Wire runs, here we go. What a pleasant surprise. We also get Pepe is getting a specialized module. For reclamation algorithm, so no one cares. Reclamation algorithm. Carrying resources significantly reduces redeployment time. In reclamation algorithm, reveal all treasure chests in the field upon deployment. Attacks create an aftershock, dealing 50% attack as AoE physical to enemies surrounding all guard operators. Not bad. And then the upgrade is when the main target is a resource, attacks increase in aftershock as well to all connected resources up to 10 targets. It sounds pretty good, but I don't know if anyone plays that game mode anymore. You've seen 3 people get Pepe. I think there's Pepe fans out there, certainly. Her artist, Nami, of course, biggest fan there can be. And Primal Casters are getting their modules. Looks like they're all getting the same one, which is increase attack against enemies under elemental burst. Blaze, the only one I have that I use in any way. Has been train improved. Meltdown, whenever an enemy triggers a burn damage burst, immediately applies increased. Immediately deals the damage as elemental damage to enemy, recovers HP, increases attack by 10 or 5%, up to 10%. Oh, man. Let's watch the trailer while we're here. So yeah, just upgrades Meltdown's HP restore and attack damage, and also adds a boost to attack, which only lasts for some seconds. So nothing too crazy, I don't think. I was hoping for maybe some free apply of their own elemental damage or something, but I guess not. Oh, the Mina-san reminded me. Clicks Mina Genki, not as good in English. As to be expected. You know, I didn't notice until now. I think those ninjas just threw CD-ROMs as throwing stars. Is that what that was? So cool. They also use like puppet strings to control people. So that's very interesting ability.
If Kristen was here, she'd be far away from the crowd, out on that balcony, staring up at the starry sky. Nobody understood her, just like nobody fully understands my own sorrows. You, Doctor? What kind of person are you? And what unspeakable aches live in your heart?
Got free 10 pull. This is our first summer event that's very much not summery. Like last year's, it was in the desert, so it was sunny. What was that I just clicked on? Log in to retrieve your top operator ticket. This allows you to select one of the following operators: Saria, Bagpipe, Aya, Fiala, or Sorter. And an outfit voucher. Nice. Invitation from Hoshiguma. How have you been, Doctor? It's been scorching lately, and work's been slow, so everyone at LGD is feeling a bit sluggish. Missy's not around, so it was up to me to figure something out. And all I could think of was giving everyone some time off. Luckily, it worked like a charm. Everyone came back from their break with renewed energy. I'll be heading to Higashi myself soon. If I find any good liquor when I get back, I wonder if you'd be free to meet me up for a few drinks. Carefully prepared tasting set. A carefully prepared tasting set can be exchanged for LMD. This is not the type of gift you can simply buy from a luxury store. is a selection of drinks chosen based on her own tastes and what she thinks you will like, hand poured bottle by bottle before being carefully sealed. In consideration for the nature of your work, this is also a bottle of sarsaparilla, 100% alcohol free. I sell it? Thanks for the gift. Sells it. We also are getting a transfer permit that I've not ever used. I really should. And another Savage.
Savage from Rimbilliton reporting for
I think I'm maxed out on Savage, right? Or maybe I am now. I gotta be. I am now. Friendship is forever metal. Contrail got an op record? Oh snap. I gotta catch up. We are behind. We've fallen behind. See, I never used the last transfer permit for Blaze, Exia, Silver Ash, Shara, Mountain of Thorns. I really should. really should have done that. Sorry, a Bagpipe, AF Yala, or Surtur. I have all of them. Who gives me the coolest potential? Second combat, or second talent improvement? I don't know what that does. How do you improve it? Oh, it's an extra second before being retreated. Oh, that's kind of good, actually. That's kind of good. Saria also at her second? No. Redeployment time -4. Okay. Who was it? Bagpipe, who I never used. DP cost -1. Who was the last person? Afiala. Whom I actually don't have potential for, which is kind of crazy. DP cost -1. I think we're gonna go with Surtur.
I am Surtur. Are you the doctor they mentioned?
Blaze, Silver Ash, Mountain, Thorns. Exia. I'm just gonna do it now, because if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it again. Exia, attack plus 27. Thorns, DP cost -1. Mountain, whom I've never used, DP cost -1. Silver Ash, DP cost -1. It's gonna be Exia, right? Alright, there's also Blaze. Blaze, DP cost -1.
Password. Long live the Penguin Empire.
Man, old Exia is Old Exia is kind of rough. They really improved her looks. Her hair color, especially. All right. So many sets, chips. Shoku Jidokoro Mikage. An Odin stall. Higashi Summer Mansion. That's a permanent one. Okay. Well, I guess not permanent. You can buy multiple ones. Outfits. Any outfits I want? I don't think so. Pepe, who I don't have. Thorns Alchemist, whom I don't have. Shin, whom I don't have. Necross, whom I don't have. May. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna buy any outfits. Alright. I don't know what Haruka really does. I don't know what Hoshiguma actually really does either. I forgot they're an arts protector. Honestly, I thought they were a guard. Thought they became a guard. Okay, they're still an arts person. Or a defender, rather. That actually makes me happy. Goka, when HP drops to 0, enters Atmagraha. Cannot be healed by allies. Damage received will accumulate, and once accumulated damage reaches 200% of max HP, Hoshiguma will be defeated. After 5 seconds without receiving damage, recovers 5% HP every second. Once HP is greater than 0, leaves Atmaraga. So, instead of dying, she will get a second HP bar that is 200% her max HP. If that fills up, she will die. If that does not fill up, then after 5 seconds of not receiving damage, she will recover HP every second, which is only really, she'll cover 5% HP once, because once it's greater than 0, she leaves it. So she recovers 5% HP. And I guess that happens infinitely. So theoretically, she's immortal. Oni Battle Stance gains up to 50 resistance. There's a lot of resistance. 35% attack tenacity. Increases stats proportional to based on HP lost. When losing, reaches maximum bonus when losing 70% of max HP. So the more damage she takes, the more resistance and attack she gains. Bitter Karma. Attack plus 70%, defense plus 70%. Deals 175 of attack as arts damage. Unlimited duration. So the flat buff. And I guess it's actually a reflect. It's an art reflect. Glad that she still has the reflect. I saw, and I am disappointed myself, but the Perfumer apparently ult does not have her global healing. Which is a shame. It's nice when they have a carryover from their previous kits. Anadi Avidya. Hoshiguma the Breacher launches her shield while hitting all blocked enemies 3 times per attack, each hit dealing 90% attack. The shield flies 1 loop around this unit. The shield slows enemies on contact, dealing 130% attack as arts damage every 0.5 seconds, while Hoshiguma the Breacher recovers HP to 15% of the damage dealt by the shield. So I guess what happens is she launches an attack, immediately attacking all the blocked enemies 3 times. Then the shield will loop around her, hitting people, blowing them, dealing arts damage every 5.5 seconds. Although it only does 1 loop, I'm not sure how many seconds that will take. And she recovers HP. A bit similar to like some of the AoE sniper stuff. Neat though. Hell itself. Attack range expands, max HP plus 100%, attack plus 230%, hitting up to 3 enemies twice per attack for 11 seconds upon manually deactivating a skill. Interesting. Hoshiguma retains the skill's bonuses and becomes undefeatable. Attacks hitting 4 times. Fatal damage taken by allied operators within this unit's attack range is redirected to her, and she automatically retreats after the 11 seconds. That's crazy. It's actually a cool skill because it's a tank skill that's not actually been covered in this game, but it is a skill that is covered in other games and such, which is the tank taking damage from allies on themselves. I think there's one person who does that. I can't remember who. But they're not a tank. Maybe they're a medic? I forget. Someone does that, doesn't? I think one person does that. But if you know a boss is going to burst and wipe out your team, then I guess you activate I guess you deactivate this skill, actually. You deactivate the skill. And then everyone will be safe. Cool. Haruka. She's an abjurer. I don't use them, but maybe I will. Her module makes her heal and attack 2 people. Pretty good. What was Hoshiguma's module, actually? She doesn't have one. Arts protectors don't have modules yet. Crazy. Leeching foam. Every attack interval, an allied unit within range gains a bubble, which is 30% sanctuary. The bubbles will pop shortly after being damaged. Interesting. So it's not a shield. It's just it functions like a shield, but it's not a shield. It's just sanctuary. But I guess that's balanced out because it's every attack interval. So if it was a full shield, maybe that would be a bit OP. Talent 2, however, actually interacts with Talent 1. Whenever a bubble pops, the unit at its location is healed. Nice. Feathers in the Night. Attack speed plus 60. Whenever a bubble pops... Are we actually getting a character whose whole kit is actually based around a cohesive idea? Whenever a bubble pops during this skill, an allied unit without a bubble gains a bubble. Glade of the Fireflies. Healing target plus 1. Fleeting foam target count plus 1. What is that? I guess it'll give 2 allies within attack range a bubble. Whenever an allied unit receives healing from Haruka, deals arch damage equal to 200% of the amount healed to nearby enemies, 3 of them. From second activation on, has unlimited damage or unlimited duration and 40% attack. Pretty good. Fins of Summer. Attack plus 55%. Attack range expands. Attack interval reduces. More bubbles. When skill is active, bubble sanctuary effect is increased by 2 times. Enemies that are attack bubbled allies are levitated and take 80% of her attack as arch damage per second. He seems pretty fun. Or she's the best healer in the game. You know, I think I've heard that too.
Hi, I'm Spot from Operation Reserve.
And who else are we getting? Kichisei. I believe Kichisei is a sniper of Pine Cones class. Oustis class. I forget what they're called. Spread shooter, maybe?
Captain of Reserve Op Team A6, Orchid.
Show me your brightest smile, my esteemed cousin.
Hi, I'm Spot from Operation Reserve.
My codename is Beagle. I knew I didn't. The name's Rope. Nice to meet ya.
Hey, oh hey, boss. Oh, I'm Jay.
Hello! I've never been in such a big knob. Kichisei the Unerring, reporting in. Come to the Lucky Star in Mitsugae for all your needs. Whether you need a gem appraiser, a fence, or an information broker. I am always at your service. During business hours.
Fair.
Codename Airing. Officially joining today.
I did not prepare like extra tickets or anything really. So We're just going in. And getting a lot of 5 stars. Leo's on metal 9. Wow. Whoever the 6-star is just gave me a new operator
I'm Vanilla,
number. Whatever that number is.
operator from
350,
Blacksteel.
I think it was.
Looking forward to learning from you, Doc.
There's a lot of operators.
Hi, I'm Spot from Operation Reserve Team.
I need a job. And being a pharmaceutical company, surely roads...
Kichi the unerring, reporting in. Come to the Lucky Star in Misc. I'm Nolenta. My codename is Beagle.
We'll do one now
I didn't do
and
very well on my assessment,
save the
but
rest
I'll still do my best at my intern.
later.
I am Shirayuki, Princess Fumi.
Just so we can get into it.
Defender Operator
Nice.
Hoshiguma, reporting in once again. Special Inspection Unit Chief? Yep, that'll be my job title soon. Though on roads, I'm just Operator Hoshiguma. It's more chill for me that way.
Yeah, so we have one problem though, because I thought Hoshiguma was a guard. I farmed guard chips. I don't know if I have defender chips. We'll find out. I really got it in my head that she was a guard. The sword, it's the sword, it threw me off. Why are you... Oh, I guess I never had wind chimes until now. Cool. Honestly thought I did. What is she? Just a crusher? From a death in True Fun, I believe. Yeah, I don't have defender chips or medic chips. Yikes. That's fine. Early on, we don't need it anyway.
Best I learned from you how to command others.
Module archive. Wire and blaze. Yeah, let's get that Schwire one. Alright. We watched this. I was not expecting rapping. I think this is an Emperor original.
inflate if anyone can see me now. Sealed lips, inner soul screaming out. To get back to my roots and find some fertile ground. But I'm the seed that grew when concrete was all around. These streets ain't forgiving and they don't nurture much. Sure as rain falls, I rise and shine till I burn with touch. Head in the clouds, dreaming of clearer skies. Fins out of water, by the riverside. Close to home, but it feel out of reach. But all along, it's inside of me. Hard to hide and show restraint. When you're shining in the rain. Damn streets, neon lights.
District of Eternal Neon. The text is what I can only assume is Higashi script. At the top there, it's on that like store front over there. Cool to see. We don't see the scripts in universe scripts very often. The Oni's shadow. You're not Madame Oni anymore. You're just an Oni. A vicious Oni. Maybe we'll get some Oni lore. That'd be cool. Jiro. Oh, Madame Oni. I can't let you go any further. I have to kill that man. The Oyabun told me himself. I can't let you get any closer. There's no time. Get out of the way, Jiro. Last warning. Madame Oni! Even you're getting in my way now, Jiro. I know I can't. I just want one last drink with you, okay? I'm not trying to buy time, just one drink. When we're done, we can get back to killing each other. The Yakuza pulls out a bottle of sake and pours 2 cups, while the woman known as Madame Oni silently watches on. Drink already. Madame Oni lifts her head, the sake falling straight into her belly, but rather than a gentle warmth, a raging fire burns in her like a twisted knife. Jiro, you... I've got to protect him. He might be your enemy, but he's always been good to me. If he dies here, he's only going to be my benefactor. If he lives, he'll become a benefactor for all of Mitsuke. Sorry, Madame Oni. Gah! The pain in her belly becomes a raging inferno that turns together with the fury in her mind, bursting its way out of her chest. Unlike the chivalrous Yakuza, who walked against the flow, who knew right from wrong and believed in the justice she had always upheld, now she has evolved into a vicious Oni, one who knows nothing but slaughter. The Hanya in her hands can no longer be controlled by the great wisdom and scripture it is named for. All that is left is a frenzied fury that burns hotter than the face of Hanya, uncaring of former friendships. Yeah. Madame Oni. Gah. Stop her. Whoa. She's gone mad. in my way must die. Not the diet candidate. Time, transformation, the general welfare. These words must ring hollow to you. Bella boring the subject would not bring you redemption. Bella boring? To talk or write about at length. Vicious Oni. Shut up. Shut up! Like a Yakuza. Birth of the Vicious Oni, starring Oni, Momoka Hanyu. Wink, Momo, thank you. Excellent. I can't believe they named it like a Yakuza. Excuse me. No pushing. Are you trying to flatten everything or so, everyone or something? That giant Uchiwa you got. Lift it up high. Uchiwa? You know, a fan you wave to show how big a fan you are. Isn't that board you got there a real big one? Make it a triangle is pretty creative. How long has Momochi been your Oshi? Momochi. Sorry, just trying to get through. I'm in a hurry. Momochi's not my Oshi, but I'm open. I'm open. Momoka, Momoka, Momoka. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm so honored that my first role on the big screen got to be the leading lady in Birth of the Vicious Oni, the Nameless Oni. I've always been fascinated by the Nameless Oni, as she's the subject of a Kaidan tale that's been going around Misc for years, or ages. An Oni with a single horn who rebels in the name of vengeance, wiping out an entire Yakuza family in a berserk rage, before finally killing the candidate for the diet she swore a blood feud against. Blood feud. But after realizing just how bloodstained her hands had become, she couldn't bear the guilt, ultimately committing suicide. Suicide. Her endless resentment meant she couldn't be reborn, so she became a specter roaming the streets. Vowing to bury the truth in the dark, she suffers no witness to live. Has the story really grown that much? It's terrifying and a tragic story, but it's also a touching one, and now it's finally out on the silver screen for all to see. This movie means a lot to me. The people in Kajimachi were so kind to me when we were filming there, so I'd like to thank them while I have the chance. I'd also like to take this opportunity to talk about Shin Onibugyo coming out this winter. I'll be playing the lead Oni Happo no Take, giving everyone a whole new take on the Onibugyo story. What the heck is an Oni Happo no Take? Something of something. The Take of Oni Happo. Nothing comes up. Nothing at all. Well, what about individually? What's an Oni Happo? Anything? No. What's an Oni Bugyo? What's a Bugyo? Because it's Oni. Bugyo was a title assigned to samurai officials in feudal Japan. Only Happo no Take might actually be someone's name, now that I think about it. And they are a Oni samurai, I guess. It'll have a new Birth of the Vicious Oni related Easter eggs and references too. I really can't tell you too much right now, but I hope you all go and watch it too. Next, we have our very last song for this show, the ED for Birth of the Vicious Oni. Kishoman Nocturne. Hope you all like it. It is a slow song. The moment the music starts, the crowd quiets down. The singer has already belted out an entire concert's worth of songs, the beads of sweat running down her neck, just barely perceptible. She strives to keep her breathing steady, singing the gentle violin. Plot of the film aside, the song's pretty good. This Momochi has a great singing voice too. Shame I don't have time for a break right now. Hoshiguma turns her head towards the perimeter of the crowd. Peering over the heads of hundreds, no thousands of fans, she's looking to spy a target before the target spies her. I was gonna say, did she just like wander into a concert? I don't think you can really do that. Guess she... maybe she snuck in, but... Unfortunately, at the very moment, they lock eyes. Oh, the police officer. Because she wandered into a concert. There she is! Yeah. Excuse me, I need to switch places. Oh, what? If you're not going to move, I'll push my way through. I don't understand. Sorry, pal. The Oni woman lifts her uchiwa up high. It is only at this point the young fan notices the cold glint of steel shining off it. Before he even has time to react, he's pushed aside by some monstrous force. The tall Oni has barged past him, and now she is only a few steps away from the stage. Alone in this land, we all float on by. Our fleeting tender moments cause such deep sighs. Let me forever gaze into your eyes, looking at life's dawn and dusk, so filled with dreams. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for listening. That was the last song I have for you today. Encore, encore, encore. Kajimachi resident. Momoka, here, over here. Amidst a surging crowd of fans, one is particularly excited. She lifts something up high, having done all she can to squeeze through the crowd to reach the stage. Momoka, I live in Kajimachi. I was even an extra in the Birth of the Vicious Oni. This is a picture you took with us extras when we were wrapping up filming. I always wanted to give it to you, but I never had the chance. Please take it. I wonder if her hair is dyed or if her ears are dyed. Probably the hair, because the ears have some black on it, so that'd be probably harder to do. Kajimachi, you're... Even Kajimachi has star chasers like her these days. I thought only old geezers lived there. As she muses, Hoshiguma inadvertently spots out the corner of her eye several men, very much not dressed like fans, heading towards the Kajimachi girl. They don't look like plainclothes security either. She might even say they look more like Yakuza. Just as they are about to grab hold of her, Momoka suddenly pulls her up onto the stage. Woo, Momoka! The fans, lost to hype, rush the stage, making the already cramped venue even more impenetrable. Up on stage, the sparkling idol cups her hands around her fans. Could you tell me your name? Right. Kichisei. I'm Kichisei. I'm sure I've seen you before. You remember me that well, what did I even do that was so memorable, Momoka-san? This might be embarrassing, but you're the first person I met who actually likes film set bentos. And that's because the rice is so good. Wait, you saw that? Oh, no. I put my own on the table next to you, so I got to watch you happily eat your 6th box. Deep bow. I'm so sorry. No, please, there's no need. I just meant... As the girl leans forward, she loses her balance, stumbling into Momoka's embrace, seeing her give one of her fans a big hug. The crowd goes wild. Hey now, watch your step. So, how is Kajimachi right now? Is everyone doing okay? Kajimachi, right now, what? The pachinko parlor is not seeing as much business as it used to. Most people who want to stay out of trouble have moved away, and they're shooting Shin Onibugyo in a big fancy soundstage studio. No, wait. What I'm trying to say is that I'm here on Kajimachi's behalf to invite you back. Everyone would love to see you again. Really? I'll gladly go, and I'll gladly see what I can do. I'll do anything I can for Kajimachi's sake. Kichisei-san, security's almost here. You can leave from the side. Thank you, Momoko-san. Thanks for the photo! Momoka turns to look at her backup band. The lead keyboardist gives her a nod. Then thank you everyone for your passionate energy. It really means a lot to me. So, I'd like to ask everyone to wait a little bit longer and let the band have a moment to catch their breath. I'll be back on stage in 2 minutes to give you all the perfect curtain call. The venue lights slowly fade out, but the darkness does not stop the crowd's fervent chatter. Hoshiguma takes the opportunity to haul herself up on stage, trying to leave the venue as fast as possible. Who just stepped on me? Dubious man. Who are you? Isn't this one of the guys chasing Kichisei? Guess they really were plainclothes security. Just looking to head out, nothing else. It's too crowded down there. Don't you fans pay a lot of money to be in a crowd like that? Wait, I bet you're the type messed up fan who goes on stage to bother the talent. I'm really just trying to head out. You really didn't check who's in charge of Momokon's agency? Stay right there. Hey, what the hell is this thing? A metal shield. Yeah, report, we got some trouble. There's someone on stage. Gonna have to ask you to shut it. I need to get out of here quick, if I end up chased by both security and the police. I'm coming back on stage now. Thank you everyone for waiting. The lights turn on. The two people up on stage look at each other with surprise. An unconscious man slumped on the floor between them. An Oni with a single horn. From the legend, the nameless Oni, Kaidan legend. Get back. Don't haunt me. Stay away from me. As the crowd looks on, the one-horned Oni turns towards backstage, while Momoka huddles against the floor, shielding her head with her hands. The lighting director cuts the lights, but it's no use. It only takes 5 seconds of silence before the venue devolves into complete bedlam. You finally got out of there. Even if you account for the chaos, the encore should be over by now. The police will be on my trail soon enough. Should I go meet them? No, I should at least head back to Kajimachi first to see the old man. Who knows how much the place has changed in 20 years. Is she still a wanted criminal 20 years later? Is that what's happening? Ding dong ding. Nigoni's department store. Everything you want, you will find here. Ningoni's department store. Ningoni's department store. Wasn't it called Yamazakiya? Did they extend the store so much it blocked the road? Looks like I need to go inside to pass through. Why don't you come here for a drink? You look like you can handle your liquor, and we just got some high-quality whiskey. Or if you would prefer a more old-school choice, we also have a fine collection of imosochi. Or sochu, rather. No thank you. Behind the store, there should be locked up too. Take this, Oji-san. Not Oji, Ojo-san. I don't know why I keep missing the U and an I together. That doesn't make any sense. No need. No, you definitely need it. You need to be guided to the most precious thing on Terra. The stepping stone to happiness. Flyer for a host club? I definitely don't need this. Whatever. It just seemed like you were looking for something. Anything I can help with? What did you happen to lose here in this bustling street of entertainment? The way home. I never expected valiant ladies like you to have days when they were lost. But no matter. Were all the alleys from Nita Street to Kajimachi blocked off? Can you only go using the main road now? No need to be so hasty in going back. Looks like there wasn't any point in asking. They're still scanning the crowd. They haven't seen me yet. Hoshiguma finds a perfectly unremarkable wall to sit down against. True enough, 2 police officers keep their eyes on the crowd, walking right past her without a second glance. Most of the credit goes to the people she is sharing the wall with, the majority of them drunken office workers. Some of them lean against the wall to vomit, while others simply hunch over to puke onto the street. As for those who want to entertain themselves in the entertainment district through means outside of alcohol, they appear as if on an infinite conveyor belt, a near infinite supply of them on an endless loop. She is pretty sure she saw this group of people walk past her not 5 minutes ago. Just about time to go. Casual clothes Momoka? Oh my gosh. Taisho, that one-horned Oni, are you sure she isn't the Kaiden from the legend here to haunt me? The Kaiden from these tales aren't like the ghost you're thinking of. Relax. But what else could it have been? A ghost is the only explanation. If she was a ghost, why'd she run off without you doing anything? If she didn't follow you, then the only explanation is pure coincidence. She's got nothing to do with you. You're better off worrying about other things. From what you said, Mio-san would have to take responsibility for the big ruckus today.
Mio-san? No, her job is to keep me safe. I'm fine at least. Anyway, just in case the ghost is real, it's not like anyone upstairs can blame her for failing to spot a ghost, right?
Yeah. You're Chikua Daikon and Burden Beast Tendon. The radiant Momoka on stage is now just a young woman venting her frustrations, sniffling back tears before using one hand to lift her mask, and her other hand to bring a bamboo skewer to her mouth, biting off a chunk of chikuwa to chew on. Chikuwa is a fish cake made from fish surimi, which is a paste.
I'm still scared, Taisho.
I'll wait here at this yatai for a bit. Smells good. Taisho, I'll have a hard-boiled fowl beast egg, a piece of atsuage, and kombu knot. Coming right up. I just need to head that way to get to Kajimachi, right? That's right. Got work there, Okyaku-sama. Okyaku. Oh, it means customer. Okay. Just dropping by for a visit.
You're that... Taisho, look. She really did follow me.
Wow.
I'm begging you, please don't haunt me, Ghost-san. When I was playing you, I really did my best. If you're not happy with my performance, I can ask for a reshoot. Wait, no, the film's already out. It's too late for that. I'm actually really scared of Kaiden. Ghost-san, I didn't mean to offend you.
Who's shouting? Is something going on over there? You really led us on a wild fowl beast chase, Toshiguma-san. Still going to resist arrest? Hardly. I wasn't planning on resisting in the first place. Hands where I can see them.
Huh? What just happened?
What do you mean, what just happened?
I must be dreaming. Why did the police just arrest the ghost?
Seeing Momoka does remind me though, and this is something I was thinking about when I made that presentation about Higashi, is that Higashi has an A-gear population. Kirara, Mizuki, of course. They say that the A-gear came from the coast over there, which is interesting because that's on the far side of the continent. But also, it's weird because on the maps, Higashi isn't anywhere near the coast. So either the map is a bit incorrect, or they came onto land in the wasteland and then just kept walking and then eventually stumbled upon Higashi? Or Yen has a coast, so they could have maybe gone through Yen and for some reason decided not to live in Yen but live in Higashi instead? I don't know, it's a bit strange. But they do have an A-gear population. Anyway, we're starting with the tutorial, Rolling Fate. Every ring is a press of the delete key in the mortal realm. You do not understand its language, but you always find out the next day that a fork in life that should have led to you has been quietly wiped away. The streets of Misc. Some folks back home call this Fate Striker. As the name implies, use this and one day you can rewrite your fate. Wow. Want to give it a try, Doctor? Hit to launch certain fates. What is that? You beat the event and you're still confused by the mechanic? Alright. Is this just pachinko? Is this? Hold on a second. Here's a lucky seat. Anyone on it can absorb certain fates and turn them into favor. The higher their block count, the more favor you get. Anyone can absorb certain fates and turn it into favor. If they're on... Yeah, if they're standing on it, okay. Once you activate enough favor, those Fate Strikers will be activated. They call this period Luck Sack Time. Usually you can only run one Fate Striker at a time, and the others will stop on their own. Let's try this one. But what do they do exactly? When certain fates hit enemies, they also gain favor.
I can see the outcome. Victory belongs to Rhodes Island.
Look, Doctor, we have enough favor now, and it's a luck sack time. During this period, the operator with the highest DP cost has it the best. They can jump into battle at once, and even recover a lot of SP on deployment. This action won't use your deployment slot either. Once the luck sack time is over, you'll be forcibly retreated, but with a great reduced redeployment time. Interesting.
Do not resist your fate.
I don't know. I should have put them. Maybe I should have done it up top. You can still obtain favor during luck sack time. Feels good, doesn't it? You can keep it going as long as you have enough favor, and more operators will get to enjoy its effects. Doctor, try stacking up favor and see if you can get a non-stop luck sack time going.
That's it.
Yeah, fine.
So, yeah, it's pachinko. So you're trying to get them into you're trying to get the balls into the slots, which they automatically go to, but you want to get the...
Whatever you say.
Like, you get points based on the amount of block, so more block is better. And then when they accumulate enough, you get luck sack, which I guess just lets you have a character come out for free. And also can use like their skill immediately.
What are you waiting? Let's have
I guess it's the only thing it does, which kind of seems a bit subdued, but we'll see. They might add more stuff later.
Mission accomplished. The #1 rule of playing a master prank is to be a prank master first.
It's cute that it's Pachinko. I actually don't know. I don't know anything about Pachinko. Anytime I've seen it, I'm like, I don't know how it works. It's always just like hundreds of those little metal balls going through the machine over and over and over again. I guess you're making money somehow. I don't know. The Yakuza way. The cleanup is done. Load the remains into the trunk. Get in the driver's seat and leave. Nothing in the rearview mirror. You are not being followed. Why then do you hear the sound of breathing behind you? Ghosts. Alright. So, Higashi team time, I guess. Vulpes Foya. He's from Higashi. I would use her daughter if I had them upgraded.
Mission time. Perfect. I get to
do I have really any Higashi upgraded characters? Saga, of course.
Hi, come forth.
It's been a long time, Saga. See, the thing is, like, I don't have Mizuki or Karara upgraded, so yeah. Who else is from Higashi? Utage is from Higashi.
All right, everyone. I'll be counting on your orders.
Ariato and Noir? Yes, I believe so. They were both Onis. Not to stereotype Onis, but I believe so. I believe they are from Higashi. Birthplace, Higashi.
All right, it's in my hands now.
I don't have, like, Noir upgraded either. So we have Yato.
Right, it's in my hands now. The success of our mission is assured.
Who else is from Higashi? I don't think there's any other guards. Obviously, there's the new character, I guess, but I don't have her upgraded. Yeah, we're a bit slim pickings for Higashi characters. Unfortunately, all of them have just been not characters that I've ever really used. Let me see, who else is from Higashi? Oh, Kazemaru, I forget that. She's technically Higashi, even though she, I guess, lives in Victoria. Maitomaru, of course. Shirayuki, of course, as well. Midnight was born in Higashi? That's why. Where the heck is he? Midnight was born in Higashi? Birthplace, the Far East. Interesting. I guess that's Higashi. I love old, like, year one characters because some of the terminology is, like, outdated on them. I guess one of his op record actually specifically does say Higashi though. Also, yeah, all the Higashi characters I do have are also, you know, a bit weak, but I mean we can use them. We can use Kazemaru.
I'll see to the role I should.
We'll probably have to switch out once we get to the higher levels, but for now. And Tsukinogi, of course, is also, you can tell by their names sometimes.
Understood.
We'll try and use as many as we can until we can. So, Hiroyuki, you're here. Welcome back. It's been 6 years. And I never did Maito or Akafuyu, who, again, another A gear. I guess I have a bunch of tickets to upgrade people that I could use on some of them, just for the funsies. I'm not using them anyway, but we'll go with this for now.
When necessary, you'll see a more familiar side of me.
Here's your fried meat chop and rice, detective.
Great job. Go get some rest.
Thank you. I'm making a big assumption about this detective. We'll see if it pays off.
It's past midnight already. You've been hiding from us ever since you got to Mitsukoe, this afternoon. You must be hungry. You haven't eaten at all.
Odds.
Alright then. Here, a fried meat chop with rice. Higashini's specialty.
The detective puts extra emphasis on the word Higashini's and pushes the tray towards Hoshiguma. With nary a word, Hoshiguma picks up the bowl and chopsticks and begins shoveling rice down her gullet. It paid off.
Well, how's it? Do they have food like that in Lungmen?
Continues shoveling rice.
Would you look at that? Tell me, just how long has it been since you've enjoyed a proper Higashini's meal?
Shoves chop into mouth.
Whatever. Eat up.
Noisily chews and crunches cabbage. Gulps water. Tilts head back and dumps remaining contents of bowl into mouth. Puts down empty bowl. You.
Tastes like home, doesn't it?
It's not a home or nostalgia thing, detective. Son, I'm just hungry.
Why you?
Actually, I had a fried meat chop with rice light right before I left Lungmen. Next time, could you get me something else? Like some Odin from the place you dragged me out of? It smelled amazing. I didn't even get to sip the broth. And for the record, when I was footing the bill to feed suspects back in Lungmen, I always ordered Chungfun. Which is a rice noodle roll.
I suggest you start taking this a bit more seriously, Hoshiguma. You're the suspect this time. Me? I haven't been in Misc for 24 hours. What could you possibly suspect me of? A suspect in a case from 20 years ago isn't a suspect.
The case wasn't closed due to time. I forget what that term is called. Oh, the guy's even got a scar in his face. It worked out in the end. Detective-san. Detective Koreto. Detective Koreto. Yes. After 20 years, we're well past the statute. That's the term. Statute of limitations. Besides, you should be about done authenticating my Lungman Inspector's badge, no? We haven't gotten the results back yet. Let's assume you're telling me the truth. What would motivate a Lungman cop like you to come all the way back here? Did you lose your job? You have some enemies you need to deal with? Did someone in Lungman send you here? Or are you perhaps connected to those rumors about the spy of the Northern Court? Maybe she's on vacation. Stop. If you keep throwing out guesses like that, this whole conversation is gonna spiral. Take a look at this letter, Detective. We just searched you. Where the hell were you hiding that? It takes a detective to outsmart a detective. Yeah. Let's run another lap. How about it, partner? Think you can keep up with me? Looks like you're good. Let's go. Is that the lady's car? The single-horned Oni lays across the vehicle, sizes up the end of the straightaway, then charges dead ahead. The howling winds make it hard for her to tell just how far her pursuers are. What brings you here, ma'am? I am just stopping by. Don't plan on staying long. Yenwu told me that before Swire set out for New Siesta, he tidied up all internal affairs to lighten the load for those of you left behind. Yeah, if Missy hadn't wrapped things up before leaving, how could I have found the time to come here? That's true. Then what is that it's troubling you, Inspector Hoshiguma? You can see it in my face, huh? I wouldn't say so. However, if repeatedly pushing the pedal to the metal still leaves you wrestling with anxiety, you shouldn't bottle all that emotion up on your own. You and I are both Higashi Nis. When little Chin and Swire aren't here, I have to act in their stead. We are, aren't we? Indeed we are, Higashi Nis. Can't hide anything from you, ma'am. I recently received a letter. Dear Madam, summer's end is nigh, yet the stubborn heat still lingers. Please mind your good health. 20 years have passed with nary a word between us. Much has transpired, things best left unwritten. Yet I feel compelled to write to you, though I regret any trouble this may cause. This letter is written for no other reason than the decade or so that we spent together in our hometown of Kajimachi, which is soon to vanish from the map. Though the land is unaware, its people still have feelings. Therefore, I have humbly taken it upon myself to organize the funeral rites for Kajimachi, which will be held soon. In my waning years, to see old friends once more would be a grand blessing. Sincerely, Teisai. What a solemn, traditional letter. This is the man who arranged for your refuge in Lungmen, the so-called father of Hanya. That's right. I called him Uncle Teisai. It's been so many years, he must be in his 70s or 80s by now. I lived in Kajimachi before I left Mitsue. And so, it is not only proper to return to Kajimachi one last time before it is no more? To be honest, when I first came to Lungmen, I considered settling here for good. I thought about moving elsewhere, if things didn't work out, even leaving Yen altogether, same way I left Higashi. But the one thing I never considered was going back home. It's been 20 years. I don't even know what Mitsue is like these days. And instead of going back home, I might as well come here for a ride and grab a plate of street food, stir-fried noodles, to put my mind at ease. Don't you have a good reason to go home? The funeral, no? You volunteered to serve as a mighty guardian for Lungmen, throwing yourself into the fight without hesitation. Yin Wu, myself, Lin, and all your friends, we've seen it with our own eyes. But you shouldn't limit yourself. You're more than that. Little Chen is gone, and Yusha has more or less taken over for her father. One LGD commissioner alone won't keep this operation afloat. I have neglected my responsibilities. Nonsense. Before little Chen left Lungmen, you had words with her. They eventually reached my ears as well, whether I wanted to hear them or not. Even if the problems you've bottled up inside can never be resolved, simply going back to have a chat with him while he still walks among the living is worth a while. With your while, yes? You're right. By the way, don't forget to bring back a few packs of proper Higashinis senbei for me. Senbei. A Jingbing shop opened up near LGD. I thought it was Higashini Senbei, what the name translated, so I went and placed an order. It wasn't until the piping hot pancake came out stuffed with foul beast egg, crispy meat and scallions that I realized it wasn't a senbei at all, but a Jiangqi Jiangbing. These are completely different dishes. I think we've resolved any and all misunderstandings between us, right, Detective Koreto? The Oyabun of the Kinseki Kai Yakuza clan sent you a letter, inviting you to the funeral of Kajimachi, his turf. And after some persuading from a particular individual of similar origin, you decided to head back here, am I right? That's right. This particular individual, her identity is not important. Is it not? If it was not for her, would you dare walk the streets of Mitsue? Of course I would. Alright. If it really isn't important, then you can stay here for a good 24 hours. The station's quiet these days anyway. Hardly any of the calls we get are real emergencies. Then what are they about? They're reporting signs of a Kaidan they want me to investigate. A Kaidan? Like an urban legend, ghost story? You really haven't been back to Mitsue for a while, huh? This place doesn't even feel like a real police station anymore. The townies have been treating us like cops from the Spiritual Affairs Station for a while now. Who is it? There's someone outside for you. It's Mifune-san. The wearing-looking detective glances at Hoshiguma, then at the door. Hatred is seared across his face.
If you're in the middle of something here, do you want me to stall him for a bit?
You stall him? You won't even get 3 words in before he calls someone else. And then that call will be routed straight to us. Send them in.
Oh, snap.
Before the detective can finish speaking, a tall Phidia strides into the room. Ignoring the officers around him, he makes a beeline for Hoshiguma. Kinbe, or Bay. Never fear, Hoshiguma. For as long as I am here, the police can't touch you. Kohei Mifune-san. Been a while since someone called you by your old name. From before you made it big, huh? Well, why don't you try it then? Good. Knowing when to yield is a virtue. Mifune. Hoshiguma. You will always address me as Kinbei. Come, let's go home.
Detective Korito still hasn't...
Still hasn't what? Hasn't explained the basis for this arbitrary detention? Don't tell me this is about that case from 20 years ago. What a pity. The statute of limitations already expired many years ago, actually. The Northern Court may have revised its penal code, but that doesn't give you Southerners the right to bend the law.
Spare me the mudslinging, even if the statute of limitations is up.
Yes, the statute of limitations is up, so on what grounds are the police still detaining people? I want a justification, one that can withstand a diet inquiry, a televised hearing, and the court of public opinion.
This is intimidation.
This is me exercising my rights under the law.
Detective Korito.
Let him go.
Kinbei, Uncle Tensei, or Teisai, sent you to get me.
The entire Kinseki Kai is waiting for your return. Let's go. Stop arguing with the cops. They exit the police station, turn right, and cross the street. Nita Street unfolds before Hoshiguma in broad daylight. The harsh white sun shines down on the street, draining the buildings of their neon shimmer and burying the raw concrete beneath. The morning commute is in full swing. Expressionless office workers hurry past shops that are either still closed or trying half-heartedly to drum up business. None of them look nearly as glamorous as they did under the moonlight. Who was it that threw up the street last night? Which man was persuaded to empty his wallet at the club? Under the light of day, they all look the same. How many years has it been? How are things in Lugman? Still good? We hadn't heard a peep from you all this time. I was afraid something had happened to you. I was worried sick.
I figured after all this time nobody thought of me as one of the Kinseki Kai anymore.
Oh. No matter how fate plays its tricks or how long you've been incommunicado, as long as you come back, then you're still family. Over the past 2 decades, has the Kinseki Kai ever issued you an expulsion or no contact notice? Never. Say what you will, but even now, at every official meeting, the seat to the old man's left is still left empty. You've always been the Kinseki Kai's Wakagashira, the heir apparent. And you? Why, I'm just a Wakigashira Hosa, the Wakagashira second. Don't for a minute think the old man's gone senile. Everyone agrees with his decision. If you hadn't offed that diet candidate 20 years ago before I could get to him, too, the Kenseki Kai would have been driven out of Gajimachi, crushed under the weight of this public pressure campaign. Then, you made sure the rest of us were in the clear, taking all the heat for killing. You fled to Lungmen alone, which allowed the Kenseki Kai to survive. You've sacrificed so much for us. If we just turned our backs on you, what kind of family would that make us? Don't say such things. It's all facts, clear as day. So, why can't I state the facts? Kinbei. We can talk ancient history later. Uncle Tessai mentioned in his letter that he was holding a funeral for Gajimachi. Do you know what this is about? Oh, what? A funeral? No. What are we talking about with a funeral? Madam Oni, we really don't have time to wander the streets right now. We need to get back to Gajimachi and find him as quick as we can to straighten all of this out. The tall Ophidia hastens his steps and hurries off towards Gajimachi. He walks so fast and with such long strides that Hoshiguma has to break into a jog just to keep up. Hoshiguma's tall. This guy taller than her, it seems like? That's crazy. That guy must be like 7 feet tall.
If you're stumped, just leave the hardest task to me.
Pessimistic Oath Breaker has a barrier and loses barrier when shifted. Oh. Okay. They want us to use a shifter, huh? There's no Higashi shifters.
Prepare yourselves. The battlefield might get a little crazy once I make my move.
Careless underling becomes stunned when shifted. I guess the pachinko balls do shift. Interesting that we have to block from here because...
Where's the most dangerous spot? Send me there. Evil will not be tolerated! Leave this cleanse the six senses!
Success is inevitable. No need to leave it to chance.
Leave this wrong desire!
You know, I'm kind of disappointed that the background music is not more like city poppy, like we had in the trailer.
The ladies cleanse the six senses!
Monster, in position.
Leave this other target! Roger.
This is a weird map.
7.
Listen to tell. At least make me lose the code.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, new Senbei flavors. Premium muskmelon from Syracuse and red or with Syracuse and red sauce, and condensed system milk with honjozo soy sauce. They look delicious. No, I'm counting my calories. I have to watch what I eat.
They're just rice crackers. How fattening can they be?
Mio-san. I'll be at the agency in just a few minutes. Did you need something? What? Almost there. I'm running over now. Treating fans like fools, nose in the air. I'm no fan of hers anymore, that's for sure. She ruined this concert. Trying so hard to go viral, pretending to be scared. Aren't you embarrassed? What is all of this?
That's her manager?
A media smear campaign. They started early yesterday morning. Most likely the work of a rival.
I bet they've got an army of antis already causing trouble.
Producer.
I'm one of the antis. Why?
Producer, I didn't know you were here, or were coming.
What's the situation?
It all happened so suddenly. PR is still investigating.
This isn't just PR.
What do you mean?
The one-horned Oni wasn't our doing, right? Mio, you're responsible for Momoka's safety. Please get to the bottom of all of this.
Of course.
Momoka, your gaffe on stage yesterday was one thing, but upstairs is more upset about something else.
What's that?
You've been acting less and less like a pop idol lately. Then this happens, and you vanish without a trace.
The fans didn't seem to react too negatively. I even gave them an encore. They were into it. I was tired and hungry when I hopped off stage, not to mention scared. I just went to my favorite Oden Yatai is all.
How do you explain your inappropriate monologue up there?
Inappropriate monologue? Oh, what did I say wrong? Your remarks on Kajimachi. Kajimachi? Oh, you mean the fan that...
The Kenseki Group is the sole backer of our entire operation. They have a very tense relationship with Kajimachi right now. Speaking out recklessly will only make things harder for all of us.
Kenseki? But isn't the Kenseki Kai... Aren't the Kenseki Kai from Kajimachi? Or is Kenseki... Yeah, Kenseki Group should be Kenseki Kai, because I think Kai is means
group, or... So, aren't the Kinseki Kai from Kajimachi? Or maybe Kajimachi doesn't like the Kinseki Kai, rather, because they're... I guess Yakuza?
I don't understand what the big deal is. I was just thinking about how I shot my first movie there. I still remember when I got started. You told me Chairman Tessai valued my skills.
Yeah, okay. They are the same group. Okay.
The past is the past. I'm talking about the present. Things are different now. Besides, we've always told you to stay in your lane and stick to the script when you're on stage. The people come to see Momoka, not you with your big mouth.
I get it.
As long as you get it.
Producer, when are we going to the recording studio? My schedule is packed today. We have to get a move on.
Actually, why don't you take a few days off?
What? Producer, I don't need any rest. I'm used to the grind by now. We're in peak season. I know that. If I take a break now, that'll put us several days behind.
Maybe if you hadn't been so busy during the day yesterday, you would have been calmer last night.
I'm sorry, but...
If you really want to make up for your mistakes, Momoka, I have an urgent assignment for you.
Anything.
The television station wants to book you on a show. Take a look.
The Haunted House of Kajimachi? Another one of those shows. Why?
I thought you just said not to talk about Kajimachi.
And why now, of all times, would they produce a program that makes Kajimachi look bad?
When you'd rather take a break.
No, I just...
Momoka, you know that when you don't do what we say, it reflects poorly on you.
But...
Momoka!
Producer, I don't want to die. I've known that place was haunted for forever. A bunch of people died in that house. They say it's somehow connected to the nameless Oni. It was her there on the stage last night.
Momoka, I will take measures to ensure your safety.
Quietly.
Mio, back me up here.
Momoka, do not worry. I will go with you. Mio-san is going too. Yes. Are you strong enough to take down that vicious Oni?
Mio tilts her head and thinks hard for a few seconds.
Maybe not. I'm doomed. I'm done for.
If we keep walking down Nita Street, we'll soon arrive at Kajimachi. From now on, that'll be our place, our city. Our city? But Papa, we've been walking down the street and I don't see anything all that different. What do you think, Uncle Tessai? It'll become different. It will change. A wind carrying a scent, woody or perhaps musty, blows against her face, and somehow Hoshiguma is compelled to take a deep breath. The houses are all so old. Does Uncle Tessai still live in the same place? Yeah, the big house at the end there. Kinbei, what's the deal with the funeral? Kajimachi looks like it's doing fine. It's a long story. What's wrong? Hoshiguma quickly realizes why Kinbei has fallen silent, and why the expression on his face now carries a touch more respect. Not too far away, there's an old man standing in the road facing them. The old man's back is slightly hunched, yet somehow, as the wind lifts his wide sleeves, he seems to stand a little taller. Uncle Tessai. Chairman Tessai.
Inmei, I told you that you are not permitted to set foot in Kachimachi ever again.
The Fidya appears startled. The reverence on his face quickly turns to fear. I was preoccupied with a certain happy event that happened today. I lost track of my surroundings and accidentally walked into Kajimachi. Damn.
She's in cahoots with you. That's what you're happy about?
Chairman, I just got her out of the police station is all. The cops started chasing her as soon as she arrived in Misc. She only just slipped out. She's come back here out of the genuine concern for her home. If you're unhappy about something, please take it up with me. Do not blame her. As for my trespassing in Kajimachi, shall I perform a dogeza, offer a formal apology on another date, or cut off a finger?
You would do any of those things if I asked?
The decision is yours. Reckless Yaksa.
Oh, Yaboon, I ran around to everyone asking where you were until I found you out. You'd come out here to Kachimachi. Why did you make this trip out here? That old bastard doesn't have many days left. Why bother coming to this forsaken place?
Oyaboon? You know, I'm your Oyaboon. Then do you know who gave this Oyaboon the lofty position that he holds today?
Aye.
Alright, isn't your first offense. Some time ago, Chairman Tesai forbade me and my men from ever entering Kajimachi again. This is not the first time you've disobeyed that order, am I right?
Well, I wasn't.
You were the one who drove those 3 families out of Kajimachi, plus the 2 shops that had to shut down, and that was all after Chairman Tesai ordered us to stay out of Kachimachi. Isn't that right? You knowingly went against his orders. How should we punish you? Beads of sweat form on the flustered gangster's forehead. The Oyaboon isn't usually like this. He toasts me when I do well and offers gentle encouragement when I fall short. Before he can even finish his thought, he hears a sound. Wish.
Wait.
Kinbei, what are you doing? Damn. Before he can even finish his thought, it's cut short. The gangster's headless body collapses to the ground with a thud. Neither Tesai's Iron Fan nor Hoshiguma's Hanya can match the quick draw of the Fidya's long sword.
That was your Kinseki Kai brother, murdering a member of the family right in front of me. Is this your way of raising a hand against me?
But Chairman, you've already given me managerial control of the clan. He ignored warnings, defied the chairman, and refused to change. He should have died long ago. The fact that he lived this long is a failure of my leadership. Well, I brought her here. My work is done. It's time I answered for disobeying Chairman Tesai's orders. He aims his blood-stained longsword until unsheathed at his finger. Before the old man can even speak, the Fidya swings his blade, and his left pinky falls to the floor. There. That should atone for my sins, yeah? No one says anything. The Fidya slides the blade back into its sheath, bows deeply to Tesai, and gives a final, small nod to Hoshiguma. Chairman Tesai, I will now take my leave so as to not bother you any further. Welcome home, Hoshiguma. I'm gonna call the police. Hoshiguma's voice trails off as she becomes lost in thought, remembering how Kinbei swaggered around the police station. The old man squints his eyes slightly and as he glances at Hoshiguma.
It seems you've been getting on well in Lungmen. You've forsaken the life of crime, If you still walked the path, you would remember this. No matter how a man dies, someone always comes to clean up. And as long as the cleanup happens, the police won't bother themselves with our messes. You've had a long trip. Let's talk inside.
Though she has been away for 20 years, Hoshiguma still pushes open the gate with practiced ease. Just like in Kajimachi, time has not left much of a mark on this place. Hoshiguma immediately spots the little path she used to take the quickest way across the courtyard. She can't tell whether the koi and the pond have lived all these years or if the owner has been quietly replacing them with identical ones. That's a lot of TVs. I'm back. Sit! Uncle Tessai, did you write me that letter because Kinbei...
I never wrote you a letter.
It wasn't you.
When you left Mitsue 20 years ago, I told you we would never again make contact. I intended to honor that promise.
So that letter.
Kinbei forged it. What else could it be?
Why would he do that? You're the chairman of Kinseki Kai. How could you permit such a transgression?
Chairman? If that viper didn't keep calling me that, I'd have forgotten I was a chairman of anything. Look, I'm an old man with no real power. Even my last parcel of turf, Kajimachi, is all about to be taken from me. And Kinbei, he's taken over the oranginium crystal business that I built from the ground up. He's taken control of all of our operations. He started new ventures like a TV network and even a talent agency. Made them hugely successful.
So he's usurped all Kinseki Kai businesses and is now planning to take over Kajimachi.
A radical rebirth and redevelopment plan, that was how he put it. Just a month ago.
So that makes more sense now. He was just lying to Hoshiguma about everything. Makes more sense now that Momoka's agency doesn't want her talking about Kajimachi in the same way.
Who's rebirthing what? How are they redeveloping it? Who keeps the proceeds? These are not questions I can ask, of course.
That's why you forbade him and his men from entering Kajimachi.
And today we get this grand performance where he uses his mentor minion's life as a stage prop. No, not a performance. It is a show of force.
He didn't used to be like this.
He was a better actor back then. He tricked me and tricked you. That's the only possible explanation, no? You didn't realize that finger-chopping bit was all a ploy?
Ploy?
A fake finger, surgical reattachment, a prosthesis. He's got no shortage of tricks. He wasn't atoning for his sins, he was spitting in my face. He was making a mockery of the Kinseki Kai. Everything we stand for. I don't know what scheme Kinbei had in bringing you back. There's only one thing you should do now, return to Lugman. Don't ever come back again, he's a rabid tusk beast now.
And what will happen to you?
Me, as long as Kinseki Kai still exists. Still their chairman by title, Kinbei wouldn't dare raise a hand against me, at least not out in the open. And that's enough.
I can't just leave.
And what do you intend to do? Wait until Kinbei has pushed me to the brink and then end my suffering?
I just don't want any more regrets this time.
So you regret going to Lugman?
No, everything I regret is from my time in Mitsue. Watching Kinbei cut that man's head off like that, like it was nothing. It sent all kinds of regret bubbling up from my stomach.
Kinbei's men see Kajimachi as nothing more than a pimple on Mitsue's hide. You can't change their minds about that.
I'm going to do whatever I can.
By the way, amidst our grim conversation, I had almost forgot to ask, what happened with Hanya? When Kinbei was here, I took a glance at it. Looks different than it did the day I gave it to you, no?
Well, to be honest, a corner got sliced off. How? With a sword. The old man's world-weary gaze suddenly flares with intensity. Whose sword? What was it made of? How was their sword technique? Did they use any arts? A good friend of mine back in Lungmen, a colleague. Explaining it all with words is gonna take too long. Give Hanya to me and let me see it. A cut like this doesn't come from advanced reinforced steel or simple arts alone. Sure, there's always someone stronger out there. But let's not forget, Hanya's no ordinary shield. Chi Shao. Uncle Tessai, you can tell just by looking at the cut. Don't forget, I've been around. Back when I was knocking back drinks to the Yenni's trade envoys, the name Chi Shao came up more than once. For Hanya, being bested by Chi Shao is no shame at all. At the end of the day, it wasn't sharpness or toughness that turned Chi Shao and Hanya into legendary weapons. Her mind is weaker than Chi Shao's wielders. Not by much, but enough to turn the tide of battle. In that case, I guess Kinbei's letter wasn't totally useless, at least gave Hanya a chance. Do you want to reforge it? Of course. Do you expect me to let you run around Lungmen with this broken shield? Still, I need to think for a bit about how I'll reforge this shield and give you a sliver of a chance to best Chi Shao. Let me think it over. The old man who once stared down disaster unblinking now burns with the impatience of youth. He's learned that there's someone stronger out there, and he yearns to test his mettle. The old acquaintance's long sword has just shattered any sort of parting sorrow, yet nostalgia stirs in Hoshiguma all the same. Forget it. This isn't something you and I can figure out by just sitting here and thinking about it. Give me some time. You spend all night in an interrogation room. You must be tired. Go to the guest room and get some sleep. No. What? I want to pay respects to my father first. I'm sorry. He's your biological father. What are you apologizing to me for? Is that clinic, my old home, still there? It's there, but no one has lived in it for about a decade. I'd bet it doesn't much resemble its former self. The abandoned house in the alley at the end of Kajimachi's North Street, everyone calls it the Haunted House. After the vicious Oni disappeared, Shimasu, who was the Shategashira, moved into the house with his family. But within 3 months, he fell ill and passed away. Shategashira is a Yakuza rank? It's one of the 3 most important positions. It is the pseudo oldest younger brother which doesn't explain much, but I guess it's an important position. A second lieutenant. The underboss. Okay. 6 months later, Sanoguchi, who was then serving as Wakagashira Hosa, bought the house. After hiring an onmyoji to perform rites for 7 days and nights, he moved in with his new bride. On the 7th night, a patrolman heard wretched wails coming from the haunted house. In a fit of madness, Sanoguchi took up his family's heirloom blade, killed his wife, and then took his own life. In the years that followed, every soul who deigned to live in the haunted house met a terrible end. Eventually, no one dared to go in it again.
Legend has it that the vicious Oni never really disappeared. From time to time, her tortured visage will pop up in the haunted house. And so today, we're gonna film in it. It's too dark in here. I can't see anything.
Lights lantern.
Miho-san, are you there? Whoa. It's a pull top.
Voice and earphones. Momoko, calm down. The camera on your head is shaking all over the place.
Where did Miho-san go? She said she'd be here with me.
She's feeling under the weather. She called in sick today. Oh my gosh.
I've known Miho-san for years and I've never seen her get sick. Last winter I watched her eat 20 ice creams with my own eyes and she was completely fine. You're telling me she caught a cold? I don't believe it.
Momoko, I'm just trying to add some color here for TV. Work with us, okay?
But I just saw that Oni at the stage and now I'm going to visit her haunted house.
Relax. We're going to be fine.
Alright, I'll do my best. Why are there so many pull tops here? I don't like this. Wait, what's that sound behind me?
Oh my gosh.
Who's there? The vicious Oni, a ghost.
It's you. What are you doing in my house? Momoko grabs something shaped like a stick from the ground and points it at the shadowy figure. But she quickly realizes that whatever she has picked up will be ineffective against ghosts or a fierce, vicious Oni. In a hurry, she shoves the stick thing into her coat and pulls out a box of roasted soybeans.
Vicious Oni, I've got roasted soybeans. If you dare come closer, I'll waste you. Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi, ono wa soto fuku wa. The beans aren't working. I have some salt here too. Check it out. Salt. Thing you fear most.
What a dork.
Well, I guess I'll be going. Sorry for intruding. Sorry for bothering you. Bye-bye. Sayonara.
Hey, wait a second.
No, I don't think I will. My head.
Are you alright? Momoko, who is just struck on her head by something, starts to fall to the ground. However, the ghost's voice jolts her back on her feet.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Sorry for bothering you. I've got kids and my parents, so they're so old. And to take care of back home. No, Sasuke's at home, waiting for me to water him. Let me go. I have to go take care of him.
In her panic, Momoko lets out a high note she's never even hit in the recording studio. Later that day, as the production team looks at the footage, they are unsure which one of the two, Momoko or Hoshiguma, most resembles a wailing wraith.
What is that thing on my feet?
You're asking me?
No, I didn't ask you. Let me go.
The terrified girl suddenly disappears, kicking up a massive cloud of dust. Perplexed, Hoshiguma leans in for a closer look and finally sees what happened. She smashed right through the floorboards.
Leader, don't forget to invite me out for drinks on your tab, okay?
Tales of the Supernatural. It is an ordinary evening. The video editor is doing overtime as usual. He spots a black shadow in the footage. As he plays it frame by frame, this black shadow slowly approaches with a smile on its face. My God.
Without a care or fears, how we live in life. Though the vibe's right, I want it more. When it's over, forgot what I was running toward. I wanna chill with a familiar face. Get lost in their eyes without a trace. And contemplate if anyone can see me now.
Now that's the cyberpunk clothing I've been looking for. Well-dressed young man. Hello, madam. I don't think I've seen you in Kajimachi before. What's your name? Do you need something? Some stranger ransacked my house. I need to go clean up. Haven't heard of the news. Seems that someone snuck across the northern border into Misc. My name is Tetsuya Sorimachi. I'm a member of the Kinseki Kai. Please tell me who you are. I know everyone here in Kajimachi, and I've never seen you here before. Tetsuya. Could it be? No way. I'm going home, Tetsuya. Home? Don't be ridiculous. Do you even know the story behind this haunted house? This was the home of the first chairman of the Kinseki Kai, and his clinic too. He was the best doctor we ever had. He saved countless lives. After he passed away, the house went to his daughter. Are you claiming to be his daughter? Hold on, you're pretty tall. You have a single horn. Look at your hair. Is that really you? Hoshiguma Aneki. Aneki, Tetsuya, you. The haunted house Kaden is about you. Yes. I never died. I never disappeared. I never became a Kaiden. I just went to Lungmen, that is all. Who can verify the truth about what you're saying? Go ask Uncle Tessai. I have nothing to say to that man. Oh, you're with Kinbei? Then go ask him about it. Don't bother me. I'm going to pay my respects to my father. Come talk to Minifune-san with me. You can return home after we've sorted this out. I politely refuse. The young man takes out the wooden bokuto hanging from his waist and points it at Hoshiguma. Upon seeing that his weapon is a blade made of wood, Hoshiguma lets out a sigh of relief. She sets down Hanya and faces Tetsuya barehanded. Have we met? Never. Do you really think you can beat me with a bokuto? I've heard the story of the Ao Oni of Kinseki Kai before. So you... Tetsuya, you're picking another fight. Last time you provoked someone, it almost became an actual sword fight. Haven't you learned your lesson? This is none of your business, Kichi-sai. Mifune told me to watch out for strangers. I need to take this woman to see him. He doesn't look like an easy mark to me. Why are you picking fights with ghosts? You know her. She popped up yesterday on stage during the concert and nearly scared Momoka half to death. She's really a ghost. Now, what kind of ghost runs from and then gets caught by the cops? Did you somehow break out of jail, or were the cops unable to hold you? Let me go. Thank you very much. They let me go. Thank you very much. Boring. Calm down, Tetsuya. Don't always take Mifune as the supreme authority.
I know you hate your father and don't want to go home, but at least try to carry yourself with a little decency. Or else all Kajimachi is gonna treat you like the plague. Kichi-say. So, Uncle Tessai remarried, and he gave you the same name as his first son? He treats you and your mother poorly? And before, when he used to fight, I'd ask him why he married my mother. His first wife and son were killed along with your father. Then the girl he had raised like his own daughter suddenly went missing. He was supposed to die alone, so why did he have to drag my mom into it? Why did he have to ruin our lives too? Hoshiguma stares at the young man, who is staring back at her through his mask. She realizes he is not looking at her like an enemy. Yeah. What are you sighing about? Nothing, I'm just tired. Don't lie to me. The young man adopts a fighting stance and attempts to close in on Hoshiguma at a tricky angle. Hey! What kind of empty-hand disarm technique is this? You read too many mangas. This is the most basic of basic grapple techniques. Did you settle down yet? The young man doesn't answer. Even though she's peering through a mask, Hoshiguma can clearly see that the young man looks a bit depressed. You're all fired up just a moment ago. No need to give up so quickly. If your skills aren't up to par, just train harder. Who says I'm giving up? How can you tell that I'm... Forget it. So what really happened between you and Uncle Tessai? You can ask me that question, Hoshiguma Anaki. The young man looks at the bokuto back at his waist. He wants to wave goodbye, but he can't bring himself to do so. After standing there for a moment, he gives Hoshiguma a stiff nod and limps off towards the outskirts of town. Ghost-san. My name is Hoshiguma. Hoshiguma. Tetsuya may be stupid, but he's not evil. He only started working for Mifune because he had a falling out with old man Tessai. Lately, rumors have been flying about someone from the northern court sneaking into Mitsue. Mifune probably decided he was too annoying and sent him to wander the city. Telling him to go catch the northern spy, he actually took it seriously. This morning, Kinbei killed one of his minions here in Kajimachi for the crime of trespassing. Tetsuya is Uncle Tessai's son. I hope Kinbei doesn't go lop his head off too. You look awfully young, Kichi-say. What brings you to Kajimachi? I inherited my grandmother's shop, the Lucky Star. Old man Tessai's pachinko parlor is under it, so I help him mind his shop too. You can handle two jobs at the same time like that? Ever since the bastard Mifune announced he was redeveloping Kajimachi, no one really comes by anymore, so I have plenty of free time. What do the residents think of the redevelopment plan? Also, is this after Momoka fell into the floorboards? Is she still down there? Hoshiguma said she was trying to go, clean up her house. Mifune doesn't give two shits about what the locals think. His people don't usually mind trespassing into Kajimachi. Some people come to stir up trouble, while others come to drive people out. We're powerless to stop them. Even old man Tessai can't keep them in check. The old man's only been able to hold them off because he's got the deeds of the Kajimachi and is still the titular head of the Kinseki Kai. Otherwise, Mifune would have been taken long ago. Thanks for sharing all that. No need to thank me. If you do end up moving back here, we'll be neighbors. Good neighbors help each other. And by the way, what were you calling Mifune? Kinbei? That was his name before he hit it big. Oh, okay. Then that's what I'll call him from now on. Oh, but Ghost, Hoshiguma-san, I really wanted to know more about you. Is the Kanden legend true? Did you really hunt and kill on a mission of vengeance 20 years ago? Sorry, I don't have time to talk about that right now. I got a lot to do. Sure, whatever. You go do your thing. I'll be right here in the pachinko parlor. Come find me if you have time. Oh, by the way, I'm heading to the shrine to pray to Momoka tomorrow.
Wow, she's a super fan.
And then there's a fireworks festival the day after that, so don't come either of those 2 days since I'll be out. Fireworks festival. I guess it is fireworks season. Momoka sits in a cramped little room in front of a plant that doesn't look particularly healthy. I guess she got out. Or that was in the future. I don't know if that was jumping or not. I don't know. I assume that was just after the fact. It looks like a few more of your leaves have gone yellow. Well, at least you have a few new leaves to balance those out. There's not enough sunlight in this room. Your stem keeps bending towards the window. Please don't die, Hasuke. Next to the plant, there is a whole row of baffling objects arranged from right to left. And an empty water tank, a few flower pots filled with soil but no plants, a climbing frame for cloud beasts, and in the middle, a tiny electronic terminal so small that its purpose is indiscernible. And on the far left, there's a tiny sealed gym bag. There's no way to tell what's inside. As Momoka reaches for the watering can, the phone rings. Mio-san.
Is this Momoka?
Producer.
Momoka, the TV station's ratings are through the roof, all thanks to your visit to that haunted house. Why aren't you the least bit excited? Have you not watched it yet, or...?
I was scared of that ghost thing, and before I ever agreed to it, I hope I never see that again. That ghost.
The ghost didn't touch you. Every major station is broadcasting your new show right now, and the forums are full of discussion about the Oni. Some have even created dedicated threads to revisit your past episodes. I was actually worried about your career trajectory for a while, but now I can finally relax. You're practically guaranteed to become the Southern Court's Kaidan Queen.
But...
Alright, well, the advertisers are blowing up my phone with endorsement offers for you. I better take some calls.
Momoka dejectedly looks back at the room. She fixes her gaze on the television. Kajimachi is haunted. There are narrow old alleys, run-down shopping streets, and streetlights no one's ever bothered to repair. Oh no, no. Presses channel button to change the channel. I guess this is her voice on the TV, probably. But I'm not sure. The vicious Oni has returned, all because of the countless wrongful deaths in Kajimachi. With no one daring to even set foot in Kajimachi, what future lies ahead for the neighborhood? Message channel button. Popular entertainer Momoka faces life-threatening danger in Kajimachi. Local businessman Mifune-san speaks out. On behalf of the Kinseki group, I vow that we will fix Kajimachi's problems at their core. Why did it blow up like this? Usually people watch the show, laugh a little, and move on. Why did this episode provoke such a reaction? I promised Kichi-say I'd do my part for Kajimachi, but if things keep going like this, what do I do now? Momoka takes a look at the forums. She doesn't even need to scroll to see her name. Every thread is about her. No, I'm the cause of all this. I need to respond positively. Will you support me, Hasuke? Hasuke says nothing. Hello everyone, I'm Momoka Hanyu. I have an announcement to make regarding that TV show I did in Kajimachi.
You all know that I filmed my first movie in Kajimachi. There was a time when a lot of people who lived there walked the path of the Yakuza, so disputes break out from time to time. Now there are fewer and fewer people there. They're just a few quiet old streets. It's not a scary place at all.
And post. Interacting with fans is usually so easy. Why am I so nervous this time? I hope I can keep help Kijisei and Kajimachi. Let's put the Kaiden Queen stuff aside for now. Look at how many likes it's getting. What happened? Why did it get grayed out?
The phone rings again.
Who could it be?
She runs to the phone and picks up the receiver.
Hello, Momoka.
It's clearly Mio's voice on the other end. Mio, who's usually cold, sounds like she's struggling to keep her emotions in check. Before Momoka can even respond, someone else comes on the line.
Aoka! Stupid girl! Have you lost your mind? What are you doing posting like that? We've already locked the post. Looks bad for us to delete it here from the system. You have to delete it yourself, now.
That's all I have for now. All you have is a giant mountain. Huh. If I had shown up a little earlier and filmed you cleaning out of the haunted house and posted it to the inner city net, who knows, maybe it would have gone viral. Could have made a bit of cash. Now my shift's almost over and you bring a heaping pile of garbage over. This is just the trash from the first floor and the courtyard. There's more on the second floor and in the basement. Oh. Anyway, please take my money. Otsukare-sama desu. Alright, fine. Wait, a Koban coin. You don't use Kobans anymore? Or you can't make change? How long have you been away? We switched to paper currency ages ago. Actually, I've heard that Mitsue and Kasarikawa want to eliminate cash altogether. The Koban must be worth around 4,000 mon. I can't make change for it, and even if I could, I wouldn't dare accept it as payment. Who knows if it's even real? Ah.
Here's your money.
Whoa, Tessai Oyabun. Arigato gozaimasu. I'll have someone haul this away, then. The recycler pulls out his terminal and begins dispatching vehicles and personnel, while Tessai and Hoshiguma remain standing by the trash heap. Neither of them appears ready to leave. The evening air is thick and humid. As Hoshiguma looks at the trash heap, her thoughts return to Lungman. It was Missy standing here with me. If it was Missy standing here with me, she would have already dragged me back to her place by now, she thinks. And if it was Chen Hui Che, she would have rolled up her sleeves without saying a word and started hauling trash from the basement and second floor. If it was Lin Gray or his daughter, I mean, they would never have even let the house become haunted in the first place. The old man beside her remains silent. The garbage truck arrives, getting loads up with trash, and then rumbles away.
Did you find any of your father's things while cleaning out the house?
I searched the whole first floor, but didn't find anything. Uncle Tessai, I just ran into a young man named Tetsuya.
Come stay with me, this place is too messy. It'll take you days to clean it up.
That's okay, I'd rather stay here in my own home.
Fair enough. I'll go and get you some clean sheets.
Otsukare, Uncle Tessai. Tessai, rather. As Tessai slowly walks away, Hoshiguma turns her gaze to the empty backyard. When her father died, Mitsue still hadn't completely recovered from the chaos of the Blood Peak campaign. In accordance with the old custom, she had her father cremated. She buried his ashes in the backyard. Also, she erected a marker made of the finest wood and implored Tessai to carve the inscription. When she came to clean out the backyard all these years later, she found the wooden marker was still standing firm, even amidst all the garbage. She's been so busy cleaning up that she hasn't had time to tend to the grave yet.
Ao Oni-san? You're Ao Oni-san, right? Aren't you? Hey, everybody, come over here. We have to get footage of this. It's a huge discovery. The Ao Oni from the Kaidan is here in Kachimachi. Huh? Where we come to you this evening from Kachimachi, Mitsue, with an amazing discovery. The Ao Oni. After 20 years, the legendary Ao Oni of Kinseki Kai has returned. We caught a glimpse of her yesterday at the concert of Nita Street, and now she stands here before us. Is she a master mimic, a ghost wandering this mortal coil, a cold-blooded killer who's been silently stalking Mitsue for 20 years, leaving a trail of bodies in her wake? She doesn't look like a ghost. Ghosts don't usually have physical bodies, or at least shadows. Look, the Ao Oni standing before us is casting a shadow. Hello, I'm Komatsu of Kinseki Channel. Ah. Where's your unicycle? What? My what? Many people think that Oni somehow related to the Wanyudo. A bunch of Oni's victims met considerable misfortune right after spotting that fiery wheel. I think... Before the reporter finishes speaking, Hoshiguma turns around and begins walking toward the house, only to bump into another hurried reporter. More and more reporters gather around like Ornginium slugs that have smelled leftover food in the sewer. She's here, finally. It's the Ao Oni. It's really her. Ao Oni-san, my name is Yurakami. I may ask why you've chosen to reveal yourself again after 20 years. Is it because of all your grudges have finally been settled? Did you have anything to do with Momoka's showing going viral? Get out of my way. Ao Oni-san, I just want to ask you a few questions. Yeah. You're actually striking people. Hachimachi is still my private domain. You have trespassed. Have you thought about how you might make amends to Kinseki Kai? Chesai? This old man is stubborn and mean, and he really throws hands. Let's get out of here. No need to go head-to-head with him. What was a gaggle of reporters quickly scatters. These vultures catch a whiff of news and they come swarming in the blink of an eye. Kaidan? What Kaidan? People living in this house had a run of bad luck. Somehow they got tied to you. Then that evolved into a Kaidan. Ridiculous. I've got your sheets here and your drink. Drink. It's so late that even the street peddlers have left for the night. Can't tell because it looks like it's sunny out, but it's nighttime. You're gonna pay your respects to your father. How can you do that without any sake for him? Arigato. Will you come with me, Uncle Tessai? No, you go by yourself. You're his only daughter. I haven't taken good care of you. I can't show my face to him. If I can reforge Hanya, that will be how I make it up to him.
Hi, go forth!
Where's the most dangerous spot? Send me there.
Raiton Ninja briefly takes off when colliding with certain fates blocked or encountering a hole. Does he have springs on his feet? Incredible.
Is that all you got? Standing by. Finally, am I up?
Monster. In position.
I guess she can't actually block the Pachinko.
to carve a mere grave yet? Don't panic. I'm here.
That all we got? Finally. Am I up?
They also use, I don't know what that toy is called, but they use that toy as a weapon, which is, they're kind of goofy. I don't know if they're really ninjas. I guess what's a Rhyton? First thing comes out for Rhyton is from Naruto. It is lightning release. That doesn't make any sense. That's actually even more confusing. Who's there? Is that a car horn? Rubs eyes. Am I dreaming? Still asleep? A unicycle. Under the bright moonlight, there's a unicycle. With all the garbage cleared away, it stands there in clear view. It's leaning to one side, not propped up against anything, yet it doesn't fall over. Did I have too much to drink? How can that be? I only had half a bottle of sake. Stranger still, she sees a tiny helmet suspended in the air above the unicycle. If an invisible person were riding that unicycle, the helmet looks like it would be the perfect size for them. But since Hoshiguma sees no invisible rider to her eyes, the little helmet is simply floating in midair. Well, she doesn't have invisibility reveal, so why would she see it? Is it a bug planted by the police, or one of Kinbei's tricks? Is it Uncle Tessai doing? Was it created with some arts? Many people think the Oni somehow related to the Wanyudo. A bunch of the Oni's victims met considerable misfortune right after spotting that fiery wheel. I think... The Wanyudo. The Kaidan is real? Well, in any case, I'd better go take a look. As Hoshiguma bends down to examine it, the unicycle's pedals start spinning, and the unicycle, with its helmet, shoots off. Wait, stop right there. The unicycle speeds ahead with Hoshiguma chasing it. Hoshiguma can clearly see that the spinning pedals are propelling the unicycle forward, and the tiny helmet is moving up and down in rhythm. Why does it seem like an invisible person is riding the unicycle? When the vehicle turns, its pedals scrape the ground, causing a few sparks. Momoka's body goes limp as she falls onto her tatami mat. I can't sleep a wink. Maybe I should go to the agency tomorrow morning. First, I need to apologize properly and really mean it. That's not enough. I can take on some extra work, then Mio-san will forgive me. Is that a clock? I think I'll sleep with the lights and TV on. Momoka kneels down in front of the TV and turns it on. An advertisement, loud, exaggerated, and contrived, yet as reassuring as Mitsue itself begins to sound. I guess I'll go back to sleep then. Peace of mind and financial security, Mitsue Life Insurance Company. Music. Konbawa, this is Kenseki Channel Nightly News. The time is now 1:30 a.m. It's almost the witching hour, when the ghosts are most active. The plan formed with the
Northern Court was thwarted. Heavy rain beats down on Isazaki. Damage to the agricultural plate remains under control. Now let's turn to the Misc entertainment industry, which is turning some heads. Drill alarm. Are they under attack? What happened? An earthquake? A catastrophe? Sound of signal interference. Emergency. Emergency. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. We are under attack by the Northern Court. Repeat, we are under attack by the Northern Court. For your own safety, please follow these instructions. Unknown ear-piercing sound. The Northern Court? How can that be? What's really going on here? Sound of signal interference. Momoka, Momoka, Momoka. What's going on? That's a recording of my concert. Alone in this land, we all float on by. Our fleeting tender moments cause such deep sighs. Let me forever gaze into your... Audio glitches. Gaze into your, 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 gaze into your... If you are inside, close all doors and windows. Gaze into your... Gaze into your... Ah! Momoka jumps up from the tatami with a start. The thing that has just appeared on the screen is simply too bizarre. She flings whatever is in her hands at the TV in a panic. She doesn't touch the remote at all, but the TV starts to flicker through the channels by itself. And now, finally, we welcome you all to the Midnight Heartbeat Cloud Beast Bar on Nita Street. Mifune Credit Bank. Mif Credit. German, get her another chance. That voice? A familiar female voice emanates from the TV. The fear in Momoka's heart slowly eases, and she peeks out from behind the giant pillow in an attempt to see the screen more clearly. Somewhat familiar male voice. We are at a crucial crossroads. Extremely familiar female voice. I understand. However, we do not have evidence of her meeting Tessai in private. Mio-san and Mifune, the chairman of the group. Why is it playing on the TV? A recording or a live stream? Momoka rubs her eyes. Mio, she's out of control. Even if this wasn't on Tessai's orders, if it happened once, it'll happen again. So do what you did before. Make her vanish quietly without a trace. Mifune-san, now is not the right time. You're still pleading for mercy on her behalf? If she were to suddenly disappear now, we'd have to pour much more effort into controlling the media narrative, which might derail your plan. You must always wear that pitiful expression. Since you have a soft spot for her, fine. Just find any excuse to terminate the contract and force her into retirement. Oh, and right. Find a way to get her infected with oropathy. Damn. Mifune-san, You have two paths to choose from. Take your pick. Don't forget, out of a house full of trash, she just had to pick up that broken blade. We searched everywhere and couldn't find it, so we had no choice but to hastily forge a fake one. Even if she didn't do it intentionally, that changed everything. Right. Oropathy? Mifune-san is telling Mio-san to... What does he want to... Who does he want to infect with oropathy? What was that business about a broken blade? I picked up a broken blade in a house full of garbage. After falling out of the haunted house, Momoka quickly changed outfits, wrapping her dirty clothes in a bundle and left the filming location. The stick was most likely wrapped up in the bundle of dirty clothes. When Momoka stands up and goes to the entrance, she takes the stick-like thing out of her dirty clothes. And the stick is indeed a broken blade. Oh right, the one that she tried to, at first, defend herself against Hoshiguma with. Changed everything. This broken blade changed everything.
Every instinct tells her to hurl the blade out the window as far as she can, but she knows it will only make things worse.
I'd better hold on to it. If there's someone out there that wants it, I can always return it. Or at least...
She can't tell if it's because she picked up that blade in the haunted house, or because of what Mifune said on the TV, but a shiver crawls up her spine and all the way to the top of her head. She turns the desk lamp on and off, and then on again and off again. With the light on, she's afraid someone will see her shadow in the window. And with the light off, she's afraid some intruder will burst in under cover of darkness.
They're talking about how they'll get rid of me. Just because of what I posted online, just because I picked up a broken blade. Am I gonna get disappeared, infected with oropathy? No way. I must have it wrong. They didn't even mention my name.
Girl, you gotta get out of there. Suddenly she hears footsteps coming from downstairs. They sound familiar, steady, and fast. All of this has pushed Momoka to her breaking point. She can guess who is coming, but with every footstep she backs a little further away. All the way to the window.
Momoka, I figured you were sleeping, so I just let myself in. But you always knock 3 times first. The one you're going to dispose of, it's not me, is it? Dispose of you. Momoka, you... person you were talking about murdering or infecting with oropathy, it's not me, right? Mio-san, I have no idea why, but just now, my TV turned itself into a weird channel and broadcast a conversation you had with Mifune-san about getting rid of someone. All I know is that our agency is part of the Kinseki Group, and that the Kinseki Group and the Kinseki Kai's finances are linked. I thought that wasn't any more... there wasn't any more to it than that. So you weren't talking about me, right? Momoka, come with me. There's still a way out of this. So you were talking about me?
That's an ominous picture.
I need to clean up here. I still have so much cleaning to do. I'm going to close the door now. You wait outside for me, okay?
She may have said she was going to close the door, but Momoka is too afraid to even take a step forward. Mia remains standing in the doorway.
I'm going to help you. No, you don't need to help me. I'll take care of it myself. I'm going to help you. Mio-san, don't... I'm going to help you, Momoka.
She says the same line for a 3rd time with the same blank expression on her face. In that instant, her very presence, once warm and familiar, becomes terrifying. Momoka takes a few breaths and to her amazement finds herself opening the window and jumping off the 2nd floor.
Excuse me, sir, but a unicycle passed by your shop just now. Did you happen to see which way it was going?
A unicycle? I didn't see any unicycle. Besides, Nita Street is just up ahead. It's jam-packed with people. There's no way anyone would be riding a bike in that direction.
It's not a normal unicycle. It's a small...
Small? How small?
Very small. The zoom, it zooms by so fast it's a blur. There's a little helmet floating in midair above the unicycle as well.
Wait, isn't this the Oden Yatai I was at last night? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Toru Moriuchi. Are you sure you're chasing a unicycle with a small floating helmet midair above it?
I'm sure.
That's not good. The unicycle you are chasing is known as the Wan Yudo. They say it often appears together with the Ao Oni of the haunted house. Some even believe they're actually one entity.
You know a lot about Kaidan.
There is no one on this whole street that knows Kaidan better than I do. And that's not just a boast, it's true.
Why?
I'm looking for someone.
Well, I hope you're not looking for some Ao Oni from 20 years ago.
Heh, of course not.
I'm looking for Kami-sama. He's looking for God. I hope you find them.
To drive them away with fire is easily done. But if we're to ensure they'll never come back to hurt us,
Wait, do we have 2
then a
currencies?
fire is not enough.
Performer meeting Chusenkan, a ticket distributed by a talent agency which can be exchanged for the entry into a lottery. After a certain incident, they were the hottest item at the Vintage Bazaar for a while and can be traded for nearly anything. A lottery ticket, the prize being admission to a certain performer's concert. The event was officially cancelled. It's still in private circulation among fans, a memento of a turning point in her career. But then I'll use that the Sodenjutsu to start business of the day. Just fragmentary words of the story. They can be seen useless, but they hide threads, all sorts of secrets. Those who know how to make them, even the smallest whisper of gossip and stepping stones. I guess we have 2 currencies. One's a ticket, one's this thing. Yeah, I'm guessing it's this. Yes, for this thing. Life's not easy in Misc. Everyone has their own struggles and needs. That's where us information brokers come in handy. Let's get to business and greet today's customer. You pass by the door. Oh, a customer already. A good information broker would scrutinize a customer and make sure their info is solid. Here you can check their personality and preference. We can categorize them based on their attire, but be careful, same looking customers won't always share personalities, so make sure to change your strategy accordingly. A passionate passerby. Here's the customer's deposit, the basic treasure pouch, and our goal is to earn higher than their base payment. Now let's try a soft opening. What? Here you will see a customer's current trust level. This is how much they trust your info. When their trust is high enough, the deal will end with a huge profit. Here you will see the customer's current interest level. This is how interested they are in our info. The more interest they have, the more we'll earn from this deal. Alright, let's answer our guest here. Choose a style to respond with. It's time to broker our information. Anxiety. Pretty good. The customer's trust interest changed quite a bit after our last round of chatting. Now's our chance to yap some more. Customer's mood changed. You can see they are anxious. If you don't get to the point next round, they'll leave. Now we'll have to choose carefully. At times like this, why not try a secret technique? Vibe check. Ah, yes. Vibe check, and you'll see their interest level is high enough, but their trust still has some ways to go. Tap to choose the vibe check. It's a little risky, but for big profits, let's try again. Please don't get angry, I'm almost finished the story. Please don't go. I mean, I have a discount coupon for next time. Shoot, the customer's patient ran out and they're in no mood to chat anymore. We can only choose to settle the deal now. Now the customer's patient has run out and their trust has 2. This deal will end in a small win. Luckily, they still have some interest in our info, so we can earn a little tip. Relax, it's just a small win for us, but once our business really gets going, we'll get customers with much more patience and we'll try our best then. And also, let me share another lost technique or special technique of mine. When customers are lost, you can consider proactively, why is proactive hyphenated? Proactively ending the deal early. This way you'll have a chance to obtain extra rewards based on their interest level. Here you can see every customer that came in today. Well, only one customer has graced our doors today, but we'll have to be more different kinds in the future. Remember to pay attention to their unique quirks.
They have different standards of patient trust and interest. Since you've become an information broker, I trust you can hit the right spots and get the conversation flowing. That won't be hard for you, right? Alright, that's all for our soft opening. I'm looking forward to seeing who walks through the doors. Customers are quickie. The way you deal with them decides how much you can make most of the day. Follow your customers' emotions. Customers will run out of patience if they take too long. Making an offer at the right time is the way to go. Win their trust. Get bonus rewards if their trust is high. Offer different prices based on their interest level. Vibe check. During a deal, vibe check your customers to see how they're feeling. If he won't decide for you, but he can help you read the room better. When you settle a deal, the customer's patience and trust are still high, then don't be shy and break in a bonus. The true information brokers never satisfy wins. I don't know if I understand this, but okay. I don't have enough anyway, so whatever. And then the concert tickets are the main currency. Checks out. Okay.
If Kristen was here, she'd be far away from the crowd, out on that balcony, staring up at the starry sky.
Another 10 pole. Lucky end of stream 10 pole. Here we go. Nope. Nope, nope. Do I have... Can I get Defender chips today? I can. Okay, well, good. Although I guess it's Friday, so it doesn't even matter. We're not going to be here tomorrow anyway. Strange time for them to start it on a Friday. I'm actually really interested in this event. It's taken an interesting turn. I like that it's, I don't know. I assume that there's actually some... At first I thought maybe Momoko was dreaming. But then she was given a vision of Mifune and Mio talking. So I assume there's actually some entity helping out. But I like that they're not holding back, even though it's a summer event and they're supposed to be more kind of cheerful. This one, not only is it spooky, but we also have the Yakuza actually being just really bad people. Trying to get rid of her, and also not even just trying to get rid of her, but also going to infect her with oripathy is pretty heinous. But we will have to continue this next week. Next week is the week, a jammed-packed week. Painful way, yeah. And that's why I was like, I don't like that they do it on a Friday. Don't they know my schedule? We've pretty much got this event and then immediately after that, infield. So jam-packed week next time. But for now, thank you all for watching. And until we meet again, may the sands of time treat you well.